First of all, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the brothers in the hedges, pushing this truth and sincerity. Safety, peace, and blessings to the elect across the four corners of the earth. Okay, as you see on your screen, if the Lord will, I pray that I edify the Akim that be in the know and the Akim that be not in the know as of yet, but they are ordained to receive this truth as we have received it. And as you see on your screen, I have here from the site ancient-origins.net, ancient origins of New Year's celebration, in which these Babylonians are about to celebrate. I'm not going to go through the whole article. It's a pretty good article. It gives you a lot of history on this pagan ass day that these people are going to celebrate. But I just want to hit a few key points, right? And the key points I want to hit are right here, though. Right here. The Roman New Year also originally corresponded. Salakia, now that's the one. That's not the one. That's not the one. Is it this one? Well, it started off in Babylon. All right. The first paragraph talks about how basically, it goes into the way America celebrated, and it gives a few. I guess a few lines of the Phoenicians and the Egyptians and how they celebrated. All right, but what I wanted you to see, as accordingly, this internet acting slow, but as I wanted you to see, okay, what's going on with the internet? Okay, as I wanted you to see, Satan got to do his thing. Okay. All right. Ancient. Okay, this is what I wanted you to see. Slav Yakim. Ancient Roman celebration of Janus. The Roman New Year also originally corresponded with a vernal equinox. The early Roman calendar consisted of 10 months, 304 days, which each new year beginning at the vernal equinox, according to tradition, the calendar was created by Romulus, okay, the founder of Rome, right? In the 8th century BC, however, over the centuries, the calendar fell out of sync with the sun. And in 46 BC, the Emperor Julius Caesar decided to solve the problem by consulting with the most prominent astronomers and mathematicians of his time. He introduced the Julian calendar, a solar-based calendar which closely resembles the more modern Gregorian calendar that most countries around the world use today. So everybody's sipping on that wine, right? And I just wanted you to see that actually the month of January is named after their god, all right, let's get the next paragraph. As part of this reform, Caesar instituted January 1st as the first day of the new year partly to honor the month's namesake, Janus, the Roman god of change and beginnings, whose two faces allowed him to look back into the past and forward into the future. This idea became tied to the concept of transition from one year to the next. All right. So from the Romans, and this so-called month, January, is named after a Roman god with two faces. Shit, he don't even have an idea where the hell he's going. He got a face in the front and a face in the back, right? Just to give a little understanding that this shit is pagan too. That, most people gonna go out there and celebrate, and it's they gonna do revelings and shit and banquetings and shit. And when I was growing up, we would say most people they gonna shoot at the Most High. And of course, I didn't call him the Most High at the time. I call him God, where they gonna shoot their guns in the air and shit and their fireworks in the air. Which is crazy as hell, because when we were in slavery, we didn't celebrate no fucking New Year's, right? All right, it's another article I want to go into. And let's talk about the Roman one. Oh, come on. This computer's slow. So give me a chance to get to it. It's another article, and you can see that you can find many of things on it. Now, this site, the Body of Christ Online.USA. Of course, we don't call him Christ. His name is Mashiach Yahweh Shah, right? So, but just check this out. They have some good information on this. And I want to get right to the point. As you see these people here, ancient pagan customs. I'm not going to go into that. I want to go right to this point right here. And it says, when and how did New Year's celebrations originate? Who began the custom? Notice the proof of history. Right? Mesopotamia, writes Earl W. Count, is the very ancient mother of civilization, right? Christmas began there over 4,000 years ago as the festival which renewed the world for another year. The 12 days of Christmas, the bright fires and probably the Yule log, the giving of presents, the carnivals with their floats, their merrymakings and clownings, the murmurings who sing and play from house to house, the feastings, the church processions with their lights and song. All these and more began centuries before Mashiach was born. And they celebrated the arrival of New Year, 4,000 years of Christmas, right? That is how it began. The celebration of New Year's began in ancient Babylonia and Mesopotamia. It was a pagan custom of ancient sun worship 2,000 years before the birth of Yahushua. All right. The celebration of New Year's is never once commanded in the Bible. No doubt Yahushua and the apostles never observed it. Moses forbade it. Don't say it doesn't matter. It does matter to the Most High. Whether we adopt the customs of the heathen, your Bible says, learn not the way of the heathen. And of course, those that be in the know, Jeremiah 10 is a straight cut for all those who shall gather. Now, it goes in this one, too. It goes into the Roman part of it, which is Saturnalia. I mean, you know, and it says the New Year's festivals that had originated Babylon found their way to Greece and finally to the Rome. The Romans called it Saturnalia in honor of Saturn. Among them, it was extremely popular, a time of revelings. Yep. And drinking bouts, orgies, finally ended in human sacrifice. Okay, so you can go on and read the rest of the article. It's pretty good, as well as the other site. You know, and it gives you a good background of how all this shit started and why people started celebrating this thing. All right. But I want to go into a scripture or two, and let me pull it up right quick. And this is Ecclesiastes 10:6. And it says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Now, the rich that sit in low place would be the children of Israel. Why are we rich? Even though we may be in a low place and poor, because we have the Most High. I mean, His Spirit resides in us. Of course, those who recognize and respect and honor Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and Wahamashiach Yahushua, right? So, but folly is set in great dignity. Let's open up this word a little bit and let's check it out. Let's see why he said folly is set in great dignity. All right. Well, first let's go into the word folly. Let's look up this word folly. It's H5529. The H representing the Hebrew part, all right, of blue letter. And let's go into the word. It says folly. So let's go a little deeper. Let's get the root of this word folly. Let's see. Let's get the root of it, because folly is set in great dignity. To be foolish. Be a fool. To make foolish. Turn into foolishness. To act or do foolishly. To do foolishly. Play the fool. Let's go even deeper. They have a deeper root word, and that was H3688. Let's go into a deeper word. Let's see what it says. To be foolish. Stupid. Be stupid. Okay, so basically, folly is set in great dignity, and we know that's folly because we have two articles and many more articles that's on Google that'll tell you the origin of this celebration that these people are gonna have, right? I mean, just because America said it's okay, right? You know, you give an excuse, or we don't mean it that way. Well, as I always say, if your foundation is fuck, how can you build a house, man? If the foundation is bad, how the hell you gonna go on that, man? You know? All right. Let's look at this word dignity. Folly is set in great dignity. Let's go into the word dignity. Let's go into that word dignity real quick. And let's see what it is. Salaki for the slow internet and everything. I'll probably have so many pages open at one time. All right. Let's look at this word dignity. And let's see what it gives us. Oh, come on, computer. All right, Salaki. This thing is tripping. All right, give it a second. This is crazy. All right, maybe I'll come back to it if I can get to the next thing I'm trying to bring out. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. This is terrible. Bring it back. Well, I pretty much already looked up the word. I'm going to close that out. And I'm going to bring up the next scripture. And dignity, I already looked up the word. It's basically to be exalted and to be held in regard. All right. And of course, America, aka Babylon, they do exalt the day. They look for it all year round, right? And plenty of people make preparations. Family see family. They have their cookouts. So a lot of them, a lot of people in America regard this day as to be exalted, as dignified. And they make all sorts of preparations, right? All sorts of preparations. Parties going to be going on and everything. So that proves the scripture to be true, that folly is set in great dignity, all right, as we see. Because this is a pagan day. It has pagan origins in it. Even the month of January is named after a Roman god with two faces and shit named Jonas, right? And they say, according to that legend and shit, that he has two faces, one in the front and one in the back, because he looked forward to the future and he can look back to the past. How silly, right? The next scripture I want to bring out is this Proverbs 3:31, and it reads right here, Proverbs 3:31, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Choose none of his ways. I mean, we as Israelites, it's nowhere in the Bible that we are to celebrate that. Why didn't the Lord celebrate it? So that's not our way. It was never our custom to do no shit like that. It was never our custom. And yes, we have the Pesach, meaning Passover, you know what I'm saying? And that's the beginning for us. The Passover, that's the beginning. All right. And it makes sense to have Passover in the spring when things are green and flourishing. The flowers are blooming. Everything is beautiful. Even the bees are buzzing. You know what I'm saying? Even the sun shows his face nicely because it's spring. I don't even understand the concept other than death, that you would have a new year in winter. The rest of this country, Babylon, the rest of this place, this wicked ass place, except for right here, I'm in Florida right now, Miami, Florida, but the rest of the place is in the fucking blizzard. But it's a new year. How can it be a new year when you don't even have leaves on the trees, man? It's not even nice weather. It's out of season now. It doesn't even make sense. But those who are to celebrate it shall celebrate it. And those who are to follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah shall follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah wa Hamashiach Yahweh Shah with no turning back. And those who are deemed to follow this world, so shall they do. And I'm only speaking to those who be in the truth, as I said, who be in the truth and knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and those who are ordained to wake up. And I hope this was edifying to the Akim. I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles of great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim that be in the know and be in the truth. All right. I want to say shalom.